Welcome to another exciting adventure on Black Mamba TV. Today we are hitting the road and heading to a place that many Kenyans have heard, but few have truly explored. This is Kiminini town. Tucked away in the lush green heart of Trans Nzoia County, this small town offers a unique blend of rural charm, vibrant culture, and untapped potential. Whether you're a lover of scenic drives, curious about life in Kenya, lesser known towns to you, or just here for the vibes, you are in for a treat. Buckle up, grab a snack, and let's roll. Let's all get to know about Kiminini town. Now that we've arrived, spend the day walking in its dusty roads, walking and talking to its people and soaking in its atmosphere. It's time to slow things down and take a closer look at a place that brought us here. Kiminini town, we say. Kiminini is a small, quiet town located in Trans Nzoia County in the western region of Kenya. On the maps, it might look like a dot nestled between Kitale and the more famous Mount Elgon area. But in reality, it is a living, breathing space, and with its own rhythm, its own identity, and its own stories that it has to tell. What strikes you first about here when you are told of Kiminini town? Isn't it necessary the buildings or infrastructure or the land? The soil here is rich, dark and fertile, some of the best in the country. That's no accident. This region is part of Kenya's agricultural heartland, and for generations, Kiminini has been feeding not just itself, but the entire nation. You'll find acres of maize plantations stretching as far as the eye can see. During planting or harvesting, the town pulses with activity. Tractors rolling through, families working side by side, and lorries lining up to transport produce to Kitale or Nairobi. Maize and beans are the staples here, but many farmers are also embracing new methods, trying out horticulture, poultry farming, and even dairy. From our road trip, it is evident even on the roads. We can see maize spread all over. A significant picture to show that Kiminini town is rich in agriculture. But agriculture is only part of the story. Kiminini is also a center of education. It's home to a surprising number of schools for a town its size, both public and private. When you hear names such as the St. Bridget's, Kiminini Girls, it stands out, not only in the region, but even on a national level. Education is a priority here. You'll see children walking to school in uniform, some traveling kilometers on foot, each and every day. The parents here also work hard to give their children access to opportunity they themselves may not have had. This is because they believe much in education. And speaking of walking, if you are new to town, one of the best things you can do is simply take a walk through the main market area on a market day or not. It's full of color and sound, vendors calling out prices, the scent of fresh vegetables, piles of maize sacks, fresh fruits, the second-hand clothes that are good looking, and the clink of coins exchanging hands. The boarders, who are the motorcycle riders, wait for the passengers along the roads. Children run between the stalls and there is a constant buzz in the air. The people of Kiminini, they are some of the friendliest you'll ever meet. There is a genuine warmth here. Strangers greet you, neighbors check on each other, and if you ask for directions, chances are someone will walk you halfway there. It is a place where people still talk face to face, where community matters. This is for the benefit of growing Kiminini town and its outskirts. Religion is not left behind in Kiminini town. This is another strong thread that weaves this town together. You'll find several churches and mosques in this area, and on Sundays, the town quiets down as families head to worship. Gospel music fills the air. Faith here isn't just a routine, it is a way of life. They believe in spirituality, they love their God, and they give time to their God because they believe that He's the maker of heaven and earth. But like many rural towns in Kenya, Kiminini faces its own share of the challenges. For instance, infrastructure in Kiminini is still developing. Some roads are rough, water access isn't always guaranteed, and the youth unemployment is also a concern in Kiminini town, although the residents of the area work very hard to curb unemployment. Many young people here are talented and educated, but they often have to leave town to find work or start businesses. Along the roads, self-employment businesses are seen. This is evident that people work hand in hand with what Kiminini town thrives for. Still there, hope and hustle everywhere you look. You see it in the Mamba who has opened a small grocery kiosk, the young man preparing phones in a tin shack, the women group that meet weekly to discuss savings and family techniques. You see it in the rise of digital payments at market stalls, and even in small startups slowly taking the route. And so, Kiminini is also gaining political relevance. As a growing constituency, it has become more vocal in the local leadership and development issues. There is a strong sense that the people want change, not just promises, but action. Action that is evident from our road trip. They are asking the right questions about the roads, healthcare, and youth programs and economic empowerment. But here, something visitors often miss is that Kiminini natural beauty drives just minutes out of the town and you'll meet the stunning views, the rolling hills, the opening skies, the patches of the forests, and the fields that sway in the wind. On a clear day, if you are a lucky human, you can see the distant outline of the Mount Elgon. There is peace here and space to breathe. For anyone tired of the chaos of the city, it is kind of medicine. At night, the town winds down early. The street lights are evident, although there are few, but the stars come out in full. It's quite a good kind of quiet. The kind that makes you reflect, that forces you to slow down. Kiminini might not be top of travel blogs or tourism brochures, but maybe that's what makes it special. It's not trying to be flashy. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's just real, grounded in tradition, yet quietly reaching for tomorrow. And so, our able viewers, we come to an end of our journey in Kiminini town. We wrap up our road trip. We live with more than just photos or footage. We live with a new understanding that there are towns like Kiminini all across Kenya, but small and significant. Places where life is lived with dignity, simplicity, and resilience in building the country. These are the stories we want to always keep telling, even to a future generation. If you enjoyed the journey to Kiminini, if you learned something, saw something new, or just felt connected in some way, I'd love you to stick with me. Subscribe to Black Mamba TV for more real stories from real places. We are not just about travel, we are about uncovering Kenya's hidden gems, giving voice to everyday people, and showing the world that beauty exists far beyond the big cities. Until next time, on our next ride, stay curious, stay kind, and never stop exploring. This is Black Mamba TV, and we get you started.
nafahamu mlikuwa mnaingia ndani hivi tu. Ukiwa nafahamu mlikuwa mnaingia ndani hivi tu. Unaweza kutembea hapo kwa mama kwa vibanda. Hizo vibanda sio hapo chini. Unaweza kwenda kutembea. Ati? Ama tuende kutembea sasa yende. Sasa itabidi tuende kutembea, tuende kutembea sasa yende huko chini.